how'd you get in here? What, a giant bulldog let you in here? Oh, Henry. Yeah, he's a lover, not a fighter. So what are we doing here? Is this like a robbery or, oh, a hostage situation? Well, I'm not keeping you. You can leave any oh, well, I'm the hostage. Oh, I got you. Well, I have to warn you, I'm not worth much. All my money is wrapped up in crafting supplies. So, everything I know about hostage situations is like from movies, and it seems like there's a lot of waiting, a lot of sitting around. So, oh, well, I was just going to go through all these bags. I'm looking for something for my Flosstube channel, and I was gonna, oh, Flosstube. Yeah, well, it's like YouTube, but it's for cross stitchers, because the thread we stitch with, we call it floss. So, well, a thread tube, that sounds dumb. So yeah, I do have a channel. It's called A Stitch in the Matrix. A Stitch in the Matrix. Or just Matrix Stitchers, fine. Yes, I have followers. They're awesome. They leave me lots of nice comments, and they're working on nice stuff too. Oh, actually, sometimes we started doing these like Zoom meetups, so we get together and we stitch on camera. It's really fun. Hey, we're doing another one June 14th, 5 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Mountain time. If you want to join us while you're on the lam, well, you don't have to be rude about it. Well, look, if you change your mind, just send me an email or message me on Instagram, and I'll send you the link. Yeah. So, oh, my channel name, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's A Stitch in the Matrix, because I'm always complaining about like random things that happen, and you're like, oh, it must be a glitch in the Matrix because I put that there and now it's gone, and it was my husband's idea. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes it happens. Yeah. So anyway, these are all my WIPs, and some of them are kitted up projects. Oh, a WIP is a work in progress. Yeah, and then kitted up, that just means I got all the supplies for it, but I haven't started stitching on it yet. Yeah, so I was looking through because I forgot what's in these bags. What do you mean I have a lot? Well, yeah, I mean, it is a lot, but, you know, it keeps me out of trouble, and, you know, I'm never tempted to break into anyone's house. So do you want to look through these? Okay. Have you ever cross-stitched before? It might help you with your aggression issue. Just saying. Okay. Well, sooner we're done doing this. Let's get to it, because, you know, then you can get to your demands. So, oh, have you made your demands yet? Well, like usually people ask for, like, I don't know, bags of money, and then they deliver pizza or something. And, you should demand a helicopter ride to the airport. I've always wanted to ride on a helicopter. Oh, I'm not coming on the helicopter ride. Well, that's fine. I mean, it seems like it'd be too windy for stitching. So, all right. Well, look, I'm going to go through these bags anyway. Actually, I wanted to count and see how many WIPs I have. So you might count differently, but the way I'm going to do it is every time I open a bag, if I find a WIP and not a kit, I'm going to mark it on this paper here. And then about 10 or so WIPs into this, I'm going to start to doubt myself whether I've made a mark on the paper. And then maybe a few more WIPs into it, I'm probably going to start accidentally marking it twice. And then I'm going to just give up and count them all at the end. So, well, maybe you do it differently, but that's how I count things. Okay, so feel free to count along, and then we can compare our numbers and see if we agree. So anyway, look, you're sitting here, you're holding me hostage. You may as well see what I've got in these bags. Let's have a look. By the way, are your hands clean? Did you wash your hands before you broke in here? Because don't touch anything. Some of this is not washable. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being considerate. Okay. We're going to start at the bottom because I'm short. Okay. Bag number 1. Remember, I have no idea what's in these. Oh, yes. This is we call this a HADE, because it stands for Heaven and Earth Designs, and they do a lot of full coverage. Full coverage means you stitch every single hole on the fabric. It's full coverage. So this is a Heaven and Earth Designs by, the artwork is by Scott Gustafson, and it's called St. George and the Dragon. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Oh, yeah, this is a big one. Yeah, it's 689 stitches by 550 stitches. It's gonna take me a few months to So here's what it looks. Let's see what it looks like. I probably didn't get very far. Let's see. This is on 28 count easy guide fabric, and I'm stitching it with 2 threads. But I'm not doing the cross. Cross stitch, you know, as it sounds, you make an X on the fabric. But there's another way you can stitch when it's this tiny. You can do something called a 10 stitch, so you just do 1 stitch. So, this is... So, yeah, this is my start. It'll take me a little while. I'm just in the top corner there. Well, some of us are progress stitchers as opposed to no, what is it called? Process stitchers, as opposed to, you know, getting stuff done. We just like the stitching. Here's all the threads for that. Isn't that cool? Look at them all. This is floss. Yes, this is floss. Got it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to mark it on my paper. Number 1. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is a dimensions kit. So these are kits you can just buy and all the stuff is in them. This is an old one from the 1990s called Water. The 1990s were not that long ago. Stop it. Okay, this is called Waterbirds. So I love all these little ducks. Aren't they cute? So the kits come with the fabric and stuff, but I didn't want to use that fabric, so I used a fabric called Cobalt, and it's a 32 count Lugana. And yeah, we put these things behind our stitching so that, because otherwise you can see through the holes and it's hard to see it. So we put that behind. Isn't that nice? Yeah. I try to make it so people can see. So this is how much I've gotten done. Just 2 ducks so far. Stitching this 2 threads over 2. If I forget to say, I usually stitch 2 threads because I like it that way. I like doing this thing called the loop start. Oh, yeah, the loop start is really, it's where it's at. Look, it's okay if you don't know the terminology. I mean, you're just a hostage taker, so I understand. I'm sure you have other things in your life than just taking hostages. Okay. I'm going to mark number 2. Oh, this is a kit that I've been scavenging from. I should probably just take the bag. This is another, I don't remember if this is a Haid or a unconventional X stitch. It's a bird pattern. I think it's unconventional X stitch, and it's called Thicket. Thicket, like the place where little birds go, you know. So this is all the thread for it, but I've been scavenging out of here because I haven't actually started it. So this would be kind of a kit, but it's like a scavenged kit. This is the bag it's in. See, it's all little birds and stuff. Isn't that cute? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to toss stuff into buckets as we go. So this one, oh, this is from the Jingle Ball 2020. I don't remember which year. 2020 something. The Jingle Ball. It's like an online stitching event. Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of us, and we like to talk to each other online because we're all over the world. Yeah. It's not crazy. Think of the things you do for fun. Exactly. So this is from the Frosted Pumpkin. And this is called Season's Greetings from the Fox Family. Isn't that cute? It's kind of retro. I really love this piece. So I did start it. What did I stitch it on? I stitched it on a fabric called, it just says Cream by Zweigart, so it's kind of a plain fabric. Well, some fabric is hand-dyed, but this is just a plain from the manufacturer fabric. You'll see some hand-dyed fabrics, don't worry. They're very pretty. So this is my start. Not too bad. I think it's going good. I would like to get back to this. So some of these are kind of small, and I thought I would set them aside because I might be able to actually finish them in this century. That's my hope. I need to mark this off on my paper. Moving along. Oh, this is one I haven't seen in a while. This was a SAL, and SAL stands for Stitch Along. So, sometimes designers will do like a mystery pattern, so like you don't know what you're getting, but you know the designer's awesome and they always do cool stuff, so you just do it. And so this was one done a few years ago by Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this is Dark Queen of the Earth. And actually there were choices on what the queen looked like. So the one I'm doing, if there's a picture of it, which there probably isn't because I'm very disorganized. The one I'm doing, she looks more like wood and stick. Oh, here she is. This is the one I'm doing. I like how she looks like she's made out of wood. And so sometimes the artist will give you all these choices in other things you can do on the pattern. And so in this case, one of the choices was she could have a bare breast. So I did the bare breast option because it was cool. Okay, so, oh, I need a bigger piece of that. Let's see. We even have these bigger ones for when it's, this is a large piece. I'm so close to finishing this. I just haven't done her head. I think that's all I have left. So don't worry. Maybe you're a hostage taker who's a little squeamish, so I covered up the breast. Don't worry. You're not going to see it. Don't worry. She has a pasty. So here she is. And see, the mushrooms are sparkly. I did some of them on metallic thread. Yeah. Yep, she just needs a head. That's Autumn Lane Stitchery. And in a moment, I might tell you what fabric it's on. It's by Under the Sea Fabrics. That's not the label. It's called Nightshade by Under the Sea Fabrics, and it's like it's called opalescent, which they weave sparkly stuff in the fabric. It makes it look sparkly. We like our shiny things. Pretty sure that's 32 count. That's usually what I do. All right. Well, I'm remembering. I'm going to cross that up. So that's 4 whips so far. Okay, I don't even know what's in this bag. Sorry for does the sound of the zipper bother you? I kind of like it. Oh, this is a kit. Something I've kitted up. We'd had this fun thing called the Superb Owl Stitch Along during the Super Bowl, which is, I don't know, some sports thing. Whatever. So this was a fun online thing we did during that time because this is by Hands On Design, and it's called the Stitching Parliament because it's a parliament of owls. Look how cute they are. So I kitted it up and then never started it. But I'm going to stitch it on, what am I stitching on? 32 count Belfast linen. See, I got all the threads together. These are called thread drops. Well, it's how we keep the thread nice, and then we can get the thread off of there. Yeah. So I should probably, start that. Okay. What a fun trip down memory lane this is. Oh yes, this is by Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, and this is what they do. It's called a reproduction sampler. So there was an actual old sampler from 1870, and someone found it all dirty and dusty in an antique store, and they redid the pattern so we can all stitch it again. Yeah, well, it's fun because like back in the day, like little girls would stitch samplers. It was how they learned to stitch and stuff, and so it's fun to kind of remember them and stitch what they were stitching. So this is called Thurza Priscilla Dawes 1870 because she's the little girl that stitched this. Isn't that cool? And there's actually different colorways you can get in this pattern because the front of the original antique was very faded, and so she did those colors. And then when she took the sampler out of the frame, the back, because it hadn't been touched by the sun, it was these bright, bright, bright colors. And then she did another one called Thursday Goes Goth, and it's all like very dark, kind of gothic colors. It's really cool. Yeah. So sometimes designers will give you like different choice, and you can change the colors. Sometimes we change the colors ourselves. It's for fun. I don't know. Did I even start this? Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. I was so excited about this pattern, and this is all I've done of it. Well, we get excited about new things, and even though we like our old things, we just, you know, start more stuff. All right, so that's it. Another, I would call that a WIP, even though, well, everyone has different ideas of what a start is. So some people say it's only started if it's, you know, a whole thread. Some people say 1X is a stitch. So it's up to the stitcher. It doesn't. There's no rules. There's no cross stitch police. There are police that go after hostage takers. I just thought I would bring that up. So this is in a bag I made. So we do call these project bags, and I made this one very badly because it was one of my first bags that I stitched. So I had some measuring issues with the top here, but it's out of this awesome Wonder Woman fabric, which I love. What is this? What's in here? Oh my goodness. This is a designer called Long Dog Samplers. Dog. D-O-G. Long Dog. That's rude. No. Long Dog Samplers. Okay. This one's called The House of Fun. Isn't that cool? With all the animals and stuff. I forgot all about this one, and look how awesome it is. So this designer, these are often like, she just does most of her stuff in like monochrome, just one color. But then if you want, you can color it in. It's like a coloring book. So this one, stitching on 36 count antique white even weave by Fabric Flair, and using sulky thread. Sulky threads are a different kind of thread. We don't call it floss. We call it thread. Well, I don't know. It's thread. It's sulky thread. It comes on a spool. Yeah. So there's different weights, and that's how thick the thread is. So I'm doing this on a 12 weight spools of thread, which none of them are in this bag. Because I'm a slob, that's why. Okay. So let's see. I just did a very small start. This is a very big piece of fabric. I can't remember if I measured it precisely for this piece or not. So I thought I would just color it in with random colors as I go. And then I got excited about something else and didn't get very far. That is the story of my life. Well, I also have a job, so I wish I could just sit around and cross stitch all day, but the man won't let me. So this is my start. I thought the deer was cool in red. And then I'm going to be consistent around the border with whatever these colors are. Might be good if I can find the thread so I can use the same colors. Well, it's in here somewhere. We'll probably find it. Okay. All right. Did I mark? Okay, the last one. Did I mark that on the paper? I don't remember. So I think we're at 6. This is definitely not a small one, so that goes in this pile. Okay. This is a nice bag. Okay, this is one of those Land's End things I got cheap, like on sale. Okay, this is another sampler by the Sampler Company, and Brenda Keys is the designer, and I really liked this orange brick house. Isn't that neat? Yeah. What does it say? Oh, yeah, it's hard to read. Let's see. It says, "Learn, little maid, each useful art that may adorn thy youth. Learn to improve thy tender heart in virtue, grace, and truth." Yeah, it's kind of stuffy. Well, actually, I'm going to change the words because there's no rules that say you have to stitch the words on you know, it's my thing. I can do it. Doesn't matter. So I've changed the words. I'm going to say, learn, little maid, each useful art, be ever in pursuit of truth. Science, technology, engineering, math. Let them adorn thy youth. Love it. I know, it's a great idea. I like it. Okay, so this one, what am I stitching on? 36 count antique white Edinburgh linen. Oh, the count. Yeah, that means, so these little threads here you can barely see. They're 36 threads per inch. Yeah. So the higher the count, the tinier the stitching. Yeah, I do have to use glasses. Yes. Yeah. Or even sometimes a magnifier. Yeah. We do what we can. So this is my start. I actually had, okay, so this is another glitch in the matrix. I thought I hadn't done very much, but look how much I did. Let's see. A glitch in the matrix. I must be in a different universe where I stitched more than I remember stitching. Look at the alphabets coming out good. I do recall I had some issues with that tree and I stitched it like 3 times. This is the tree right here. Yeah. Yeah. I had to frog it like 3 times because frogging is when you have to pick your stitches out. Well, because you rip them out, like rip it. Yeah. That's what we call it, frogging. Well, gotta have something to entertain yourself while you're mad and you're pulling your stitches out, you know. Yeah, and so, oh, these are the threads for this one. And see, you can even braid the threads if you have the time and energy. And you can still pull one thread out of this braid. Yeah. Looks pretty. I don't know, they don't really tangle that bad anyway, but sometimes it's, you know, nice to feel fancy. Okay, so that's another WIP. We are up to at least 7 WIPs, possibly more if I didn't count. Okay, ooh. This is a nice big bag. Look at that, huh? What's in here? I believe this bag is stitched by Jasmine Custom Bags on Instagram. Yeah, people make bags, yeah. Well, we like to buy bags, so people make them so that we don't have to. Yeah, I find that very helpful. Okay, this is a kit by Mirabilia, and this is called Red. It's a kit that I kitted this up. I just bought the pattern, but I thought she was so pretty. And there's this cross-stitcher, a Flosstuber. His name is Brian at Blitz Stitch, and he stitched her years ago, and she was so pretty that I had to copy him and stitch it also. But it's just a kit. I haven't actually started it yet. I don't know why. These are all the threads. I got all the threads, and there's beads. I should start that one. I think that one's really pretty. Yeah. Alright, so that's a kit that goes over there. Don't mark it off the list. Are you keeping track? Okay. Alright, so we're on the second shelf here. There's also all these boxes here. And there's one right here in front of us. Yeah, so there's a lot. This is going to be a while. Okay, this is Happy Tree by Renato Parolin. This designer's from Italy. Yeah. And this is what it looks like. I know it's hard to see in this small picture, but it's going to be a really pretty, tall, skinny tree. I started this, I think, maybe New Year's? And I'm stitching it on 36 count straw linen by Weeks Dye Works. And this is one of those hand-dyed fabrics I was talking about. Yeah. Oh, this is big. This piece of fabric is way bigger than I need for this. I don't like to cut my fabric beforehand in case I make a mistake. And then you've cut the fabric too small. And so here's what I've done on it so far. The cool thing about this one, because it's a tree shape, I could stop at any time and, you know, finish it off, and no one will know that I didn't stitch the whole tree. But I do want to stitch the whole tree. Yes. Because it's pretty. Okay. So that's definitely a WIP. You're going to mark it off. Okay. Oh, this one. I need this bag. Isn't it cool? Sharks. This was another poorly made bag by me. I've gotten a little better. I even put a little shark dingle on the zipper pull. Yeah. And inside the fabric is fish. Okay, so don't get scared. Are you scared of sharks? I'm terrified of sharks. Absolutely terrified. Okay, this is by Artisy Cross Stitch. They're like a cross stitch shop. Not a shop. Well, they're online. And they have licensed artwork. Kind of like Heaven and Earth Designs, but smaller. So this artwork is by Royce McClure. And the title of the piece is Wish You Were Here, which I find hilarious. But yes, this guy in the middle kind of scares me. Yeah, so he's a little scary. But it's going to look so cool when it's done. So this is another full coverage piece, as you probably could tell. Yeah. Isn't that cool? You can see the water on his back and everything. Ooh, I should start stitching this again. Look at that. I'm really enjoying this piece. I forgot all about it for a while. Oh, do you want to see my threads? Look at these. I like to put stickers on my thread boxes. It's all in good fun. On the floor here. Oh, I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada on blue cashmere. Put that back in the box. And mark that off. 9. At least 9. Okay. Do you like horror movies? Yeah, I do too. Speaking of which, so I got this cool bag that I forget where I got it, and this, look at my little skeleton guy. Yeah, probably going to be something scary in here. Yes. Okay, so this is from a book. One of my favorite movies as a kid is Evil Dead 2. And this is from a book called Evil Dead 2, The Book of the Thread by Rebecca Martz Burley. And that's how her name is spelled. Yeah. And here's a better picture of it. Look at it. Isn't it the best? Yeah. I love that movie. It's not a retro movie. It wasn't that long ago. How old are you anyway? Goodness. Okay, so I didn't get super far on this. I'm stitching it on black Ada. And so just kind of started the top. This is another one I should be able to finish fairly quickly, I think. Like my matching needle minder. Yes. Oh, such fun. I'm going to put this in the try to finish it soon pile. Which I don't know where that pile is. I think it's here. You could be helping me organize these, you know. I mean, you're just sitting there. But, is that chocolate? Don't touch anything. You can't eat chocolate in here. Good Lord. Do you want to wash your hands? Well, I know the dog's out there, but he's not going to bother you. You should probably wash your hands. Goodness. No, just no manners. Okay. Next piece. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery. This was a stitch along in 2021. And he did it in 2 colors, but I added red. I added a 3rd color. I just colored it in on here to kind of see what I want to do. Although I might not do that much. That might be too much. We'll see. And I'm stitching this on that sulky thread. Here's what the 12 weight spools look like. See? These are called king spools because they have lots of floss on. They also sell them in smaller spools. So I'm doing, oh, do you want to see all the colors? See, you're starting to like cross stitch. I can tell. Just don't touch it. Okay. So these are the 3 colors that I'm using. Mostly the blue and green. And then the red for accent. Do you want the numbers? You're going to write this down? Okay. The red is, wait, I don't know which number is the color number. Okay, 4007 is the red. The green is 4086. And the blue is 4055. Or you could pick other colors. You don't have to pick these. This is just what I picked. So this is stitched on 36 count platinum Edinburgh linen. Silky threads, and silky threads, one thread is about as thick as 2 DMC threads, kind of close. So I just use one thread over two fabric threads. So this one, working my way across the top here. So here's how far I got. Not as far as everybody else. Most people are finished. But it is very fun to stitch. And see at the top, he has the 20, and then the rest of the year is further down on the pattern. So I have like, what, 80 something years left to finish this before I have to pick out that 20. Okay. That's definitely not a quick finish one. Okay. What's next? Ooh. This is a project I have in 2 bags. Well, because I like the fabric and 2 different bag makers were selling it, and I got confused and I bought 2 very similar bags. I get excited sometimes. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is A Shepherd's Song, and it's by Paulette Stewart, who makes Plum Street samplers. So this is not a reproduction sampler. She made this herself. And I really like the black house on it. Isn't that neat? Yeah. So let's see how far I got on this. Oh, you want to know what I'm stitching it on? Are you remembering your fabrics? This is on 32 count Belfast linen in vintage smoky white. Oh. I got further along on this than I thought. It looks like I got the whole left-hand border done. So this is how tall it's going to be. So I've got the border part done. It's a little unwieldy, isn't it? You want to see the sheep up close? It's really cute. The sheep are the best part. I like how that sheep looks a little shifty-eyed, like he's up to something. Like he's gonna break into someone's house and take a hostage or 2. It's still funny to me, so I'm just gonna keep talking about it. Yeah. Well, you're the one who's doing this, so okay. I have to put these things back in the bag, or I will lose track. They're back on the shelf. Okay, what's in this one? Oh, this is pretty. This is a bag. This is a I forget what she calls these, like a folder, and it's by Tiger Lily Designs. She makes these. She makes them really pretty, so they hold stuff. So this is a dimensions kit called Coffee Shop. Let you look at it real close up. Yeah, dimensions kits have a lot of detail. A lot of detail. Even though it's a small one, yeah. I'm not sure which way is up on this. Okay, I think it's this way. I didn't get very far. I got excited by something else. This was a stitch along done by someone. I think Hello from Liz Matthews. She's a designer and a floss tuber. Yeah. And she was doing a stitch along. And I wanted to join in. And then I got distracted by other stuff. Yeah, it happens. But that was fun. So I might leave that one out to work on. Okay. Oh, this one. This one is several parts, and I did one part and then put it away and didn't get any further. This is called Spring Parade by Leela's Studio, and she did 8 different bunnies all riding. I'll just show you them one at a time. 8 different bunnies riding little cars made out of fruits and vegetables, or there's the sheep there, and then there's this one. And I wanted to do them, I'm doing them on all different fabrics, and then I'm going to stitch the fabrics together in like a banner. Yeah, that's my plan. What are the fabrics, do you suppose? They're all 40 count, and they're different. There's Zweigart and Witchelt. So blush, lavender, aqua, and water lily. These are, I'll show you the fabrics. So this is, these are the 4. Won't that be cute? So I'll do them all and then sew them together. Well, I might finish this one day. You never know. Okay, so I did one bunny. A long ago, I stitched one bunny on the pink, and he's driving a strawberry. So there you go. Yeah. I thought it was cute. One day I will finish that. It's another bag. Let's see what's, I have no idea what this is. Let's see if the card says. Oh, Rooster Alphabet Sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. Oh yeah, this was a challenge someone did long ago. And they said pick any, they said pick any pattern and then change up the floss completely. So this is a Modern Folk Embroidery. I think it was Marumi Designs that did this challenge a couple years ago. And so I picked this one because the rooster's cute. And instead of doing it in one color, I had all of these. These are old DMC flower threads. I mean, they're a disaster now. They exploded when I took them out of the... But I bought these years and years ago before I was even cross-stitching. Well, I was doing a different craft, and I had them. So, I thought I would just put them in this rooster. Oh, he's almost finished. Oh my goodness. And this is on a Fortnite Fabrics. This is one of those opalescent ones. See how it's sparkly? Yeah, they just like weave some kind of sparkly stuff in it. And so, that's the rooster. And his tail was some kind of mystery floss. I don't even know where I got it. It just, as a glitch in the matrix, it just appeared in my fabric or my crafting drawer. And it was perfect. Yeah, the Fortnite Fabrics, it doesn't matter what it's called because you can't get it anymore, which is really sad. They don't dye fabric anymore. It's good stuff, though. All right. That one's another almost finisher. I haven't been marking off any of these. I have no idea how many WIPs I have now. Okay. Ooh, yes. This one. Now, every time I show this on my Flosstube, I like to warn a friend of mine, Terry, who she doesn't like rabbits, which that's totally fine. So I would tell her, hey, there's a rabbit coming, and then she could close her eyes or go get a drink or something. Yeah. So this is called Frankie by Barrick. Isn't he cute? It's a giant rabbit about to stomp on that little house. I love it. I love him so much. Barrick does the best designs. So what am I stitching this on, do you suppose? Oh, and I'm stitching this with silks. I think I'm using, yep. This is, if you hadn't been eating chocolate, I would let you touch this. It's very soft. So this is silk thread by, I think this is all NPI. In this cute little, whoops, it's upside down. Cute little thread. Yeah, these are like thread holders. Oh, this is upside down as well. There you go. I got these on Etsy somewhere. Don't tell me you don't know what Etsy is. Come on. So yeah, these are all the silks for it. NPI, yes. Oh, here's the fabric is 40 count Newcastle linen alabaster. So let's see. Ooh. I did change a few colors because I don't think I want to do the house in pink. I'm going to do the house, I forget, in a different color. Some kind of blue, maybe? There he is. Oh, you can't see it? I'll get it closer. Hold on. Yeah, see, now you're getting interested. I can see the wheels turning. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. I'll hold it close. Don't touch it. I'll hold it closer, though. Yeah. Isn't this face cute? Yeah. And I always put red doors on houses because my mom liked, she always would get excited when she saw a house with a red door. No, she didn't ever have a red door herself. Well, I don't know why I don't know. But she didn't. But she liked red doors. Why does anyone do anything? Alright, here's another one. Oh, this is a kit, which I'm ashamed of, quite frankly. And I'll tell you why. So there's this thing called Nashville Needlework Market where all these designers go and they show off their new patterns. And if you don't know about it ahead of time, and sometimes they have like exclusives where if you don't pre-order, you have to wait months and months and months to get the pattern. It's just, you know, for fun or marketing or whatever. Yes, people pre-order these, yeah, because they know they're coming out. They get previews. They know they're coming. So well, I didn't know any of that, and so I saw this pattern. This is a book by Blackbird Designs. They're very popular, and it's called A Heart Remembers. This is the book. I did eventually get the book, but I saw this piece, a picture of it stitched up at Nashville. And I got very excited. See how it's in 5 different fabrics and then you sew them together? And I thought that was the coolest idea. That's why I did the bunnies that way. Yeah. I thought that was the coolest idea. And I had to have this pattern because it's so cool. Look at the house. And I couldn't get it anywhere. And I panicked. But I finally figured out how to get the pattern. Yeah. And then it took forever because everyone else had already bought the threads and stuff because they already got their pattern, and I could not find these threads anywhere, especially this one. This is called Peacock by the Gentle Art, and this was nowhere to be found. It's very hard to get some of these. Yeah, well, you find them online and stuff. Yeah, so it took me so long to get all the stuff for it and kit it up that then I never started it. I'm an idiot. Yeah. That's a kit, not a start. Maybe today. Hey, maybe today I can start it. Yeah, as soon as you leave my house. Yeah. Okay. Another zipper. Oh, this is a cool one. Okay, this is by Heartstring Samplery, and it's called the Scary Sampler. So this is not a reproduction. Again, she made this up, and here. Oh, closer. Okay. So, see how she put all kinds of cool, scary stuff in there, like obviously the skeleton and stuff, but see the border, like look closely at the border flowers. Yeah, they're like those things from Stranger Things. And then there's like a little alien guy and some hands. Isn't that cool? And then the Death Star. And then right here, this angel, this is like a little cemetery. That looks like a weeping angel to me, like from Doctor Who. Doctor Who, you ever watch Doctor Who? Well, you should. It's a good show. Well, there's these scary things called weeping angel, like the statue angel. Anyway, you have to watch the show. So I'm going to change this up a little, though, because I got very excited about it. I'm going to do, instead of like, I'm actually going to put a TARDIS next to the weeping angel, maybe behind it there. And I was going to put something else in the sky instead of the Death Star. I kind of forgot what I was going to do. Well, I get excited. I make all these plans and then, yeah. But anyway, she made another pattern that's called the Scenic Sampler. And it's like all pretty and flowery and bright. But it's the same composition, like with the house. And so I wanted to stitch them both. And then hang them together. Except I'm going to hang this one upside down. Isn't that a great idea? I don't know why I haven't worked on it, because it's a great idea. I started it forever ago, and then I haven't gotten anywhere on it. I'll show you what I've done so far, and I'm stitching this on, what's this fabric? I picked a dark kind of grimy fabric. It's called, it's by this fabric dyer called XJU Designs, and it's on 36 count chalkboard. And then just DMC is the thread. Well, not just DMC. It's just very common. DMC is very common, but it's a very good quality thread. Yeah. Okay, so this is how far I got. I was trying to get the color right on the little flowery guys, and I guess that's as far as I got. I know it's shameful. I know it's a really cool idea. I know. Maybe I'll leave this one out to work on it as well. I'm leaving a lot of these out. I have to go back to work tomorrow. This is ridiculous. Alright, here's another one. Oh, this is one I loved stitching so much, and then I never went back to it. I'm the worst. Okay. This is a really nice one. I have to get all the stuff out for it. Okay. This is by... I think, are they French? I think it's a French designer. Jardin Privé. And they did a whole series. I can only find a couple of them in here. Where's the rest of them? It's called I don't know how to speak French. I'm going to try. All right, but don't laugh. I'm going to try to speak French. Histoire des moutons. Is that how you say that? Well, I don't know. I think it's called History of the Sheep or something. I don't know. Anyway, you just want to see them. Where's number one? I need to show you all of the patterns together. Oh, here it is. There's a bunch of magnets on it. Okay, this is part one. So it's like several parts, and you can put them all together. So here's what it looks like. Yeah. Closer. Okay. Aren't they cute? Yeah. And then this is part two. Look at the ears on that one jumping. Okay, here's part three. Yeah, there's a lot of sheep. I probably need a lot of white thread. Yeah, that's true. And then this is part four. And then they show you on the back. You can stitch them separately, but you can also stitch them all together on one piece of fabric like this, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah. And so, all right, can you see? This is how far I got. I feel like, here, I'll show it closer. Because the more you look at these sheep, the funnier it gets. I think this little guy right here under the flower, I think he's having an existential crisis. Which I think is hilarious. And this one is definitely up to no good. He's getting ready to do something. And so that's as far as I got. Actually pretty far though. I think I'm doing good. Oh, the fabric? I don't remember. Let's see if I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, 28 count Springfield Sage Lugana. It's like a sage green color, yeah. And what I might do, because there's like so many alphabets, I might put quotes in some of them instead of the alphabet. But, you know, best laid plans, etc. All right. I like that piece. I don't know why I do that to myself. I like a piece so I don't work on it. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is another long dog sampler. Yeah. Don't say that. Come on. Okay, this is called Saga. Yeah, this is a really big one. In fact, when she published this, she said it was her biggest yet, and so that's what decided it for me, because I like big projects. We call this a BAP. Yeah, big ass project. Or for the folks that don't like to curse like I do, big awesome project would work as well. But yeah, this is definitely a BAP. And so I'm coloring it in like an adult coloring book as I go. And again, I'm using those sulky threads, not sulky floss, sulky thread. In the fabric, you're going to like this fabric. It's called Colleen by Grace Notes Fabric. Oh, it's 32 count, yeah. 32 count, one sulky thread over 2 fabric threads. And so, oh yeah, some folks have gotten so much farther than me, but I get bogged down in the coloring and then I can't make any decisions. I'm not good at making decisions. But this is how far I got. I can't see. Can you see it? Okay. See, I made the dog an Irish setter because I had an Irish setter growing up. Yeah, I don't like how the water looks either. I'm probably going to fix that. I don't know. But yeah, it's coming along. It would come along better if I would work on it. Long dog sampler, yes. Okay. This feels like an empty bag. What do you suppose it is? Oh! Okay, this is what we call a partial kit. Oh, I just don't have enough time in the world. So this is from there's a series of books called A Cross-Stitch Christmas. They make them every year, and there's all these awesome cross-stitch patterns. And this one, I don't remember which book it's from, but it's from there. It's called Santa's List. I'll show it in a minute. Just give me a second. Okay. Let's see. I was looking for the designer name, which I can't find. It's a good thing I'm not actually filming a Flosstube because I'm supposed to have all this stuff ready. But this is what it looks like in the book. I made we call this a working copy. We Xerox it and then so isn't that cool? But I'm not going to stitch the background. I'm just going to stitch everything out and then the fabric will be the background. So I'm going to stitch it on this fabric by, who's it by? Oh, Picture This Plus, 32 count Mirage. And it's like a purple, dark purpley kind of. Isn't that pretty? I know. Yeah, this is that hand-dyed stuff. That's why it gets that mottled effect. I guess they put the dye in and they swish it around. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. So, but I don't have the threads. I just put these together and I stuck them in a bag. Well, I got excited, you know. I think Vanna Pfeiffer, she's very famous. I think she's stitching it, and that's why I got so excited, because I was like, I have that pattern. Yeah. Okay, ooh, this is another one. This is another Jingle Ball pattern. I think it's from 2024, yes. Hands-on design. And she did this one called Christmas Folk. And this is called a band sampler, because they're all, the designs are like in a little band. Going across, yeah, like that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty. So, did I write down what sometimes I get excited, I don't write down what the fabric is. But this is pretty much like your run-of-the-mill plain fabric. I didn't write it down anywhere. Oh, 32 count antique white Belfast linen. See, there you go. See that pretty red point. I don't know if it's poinsettia or poinsettia. So I just always say it twice, and then one of the times was right. It's getting shadowy in here, isn't it? Is that better? I bet you're hoping I'd hold it still. There you go. So, got a little ways to go on this, but it is a very small project. I could probably finish that pretty quickly. So, I do like Christmas stuff. I have a lot of Christmas patterns now that you mention it. Yes. All right. I've completely stopped marking off how many whips I have. I forgot. Okay. Oh, look at this cute little bag. This is from Kaylee Tent Stitch. She's in Canada, and she has a Flosstube, and she sews these amazing bags. I purchased quite a few from her, and she hand dyes fabric. Okay, so this is by Autumn Lane Stitchery again. This is called Autumn Town, and this is the coolest idea because you see all the green in there? That's the fabric, so you don't stitch all the green. So whatever fabric you use, that's the color of the grass. Isn't that cool? So you could pick like anything that looks like autumn grass to you. So you could pick, you know, like a tan or whatever for dry grass. But I picked, I don't know. Did I write down what I picked? 32 count dark olive Belfast linen. It's so pretty. So let me arrange it. And this pattern has both DMC and some silk in it. Gloriana silk. That's a kind of silk, yeah. It's like over dyed, yeah. It makes the tree, see the red? That's Gloriana silk. That's my small start. I thought it was so pretty. Yeah, the lighting in here is kind of weird, but it's green. That's better. Okay, so I started that one a really long time ago. Some people keep track of when they start stuff, but I just get excited and start it, and then I don't write anything down, so I have no sense of space or time. Yeah. Okay, what's up here? Oh, yes, I remember this one. This was actually just a tester. This is a gigantic piece, and I want to pick just the perfect fabric. So this is, there's two of these. It's by the Crossed Wing Collection, and the designer is Paula Minkabidge. This is called Wood Warblers 2, so there's a Wood Warblers 1. So these are, see, these are huge. You can do them in an Afghan, or this long skinny thing is called a bell pull. And it's all little tiny warblers. And they're really realistically done, and I just love it. And I wanted the background fabric to be like a really cool hand-dyed, but it's hard to pick fabric colors, you know, on a computer screen when you're ordering it. So I just was not randomly, but I picked a fabric that I thought might work. And I was just going to stitch one bird. Also because I just wanted to get to this bird. So I'm doing the, this is the oven bird at the bottom. You can just barely see him here. I know. Well, maybe you should wear glasses. It might help you. Yeah. Okay, so this is being stitched on a Bestitch Me fabric. Oh, I love Bestitch Me fabric. It's Through the Stones, and it's 36 count linen. But I don't think this is the color I want for the whole piece, so now I got to start over again and find another fabric. But isn't he coming out really sweet? That's an oven bird. Don't worry, his leg is like behind a leaf or something. That's why I didn't stitch his leg. Yeah. Oven birds are great, and they nest on the ground. They're like on the east coast of the U.S. Yeah. Well, maybe birding could be your hobby. Birds are cool. Yeah. When you're done, like, being on the lam from being a hostage taker, maybe you could take up bird watching. Or maybe, like, through your prison window. Get some binoculars. Okay. Oh, this is another pattern from a Jingle Ball. I think from last year's Jingle Ball. Yep, 2024. This is by Lindy Stitches. She does the best patterns. They're so cute, and they always have cute little animals and stuff. This is called Snowflakes and Stars, and it features some Canada geese wearing scarves. And I loved that teal house. You don't often see a teal house, and I liked it. So I'm going to stitch this on 32 count Stormy Clouds, which is a Belfast linen. Stormy Clouds is like, it's kind of print. See, they print it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's printed on one side and it's plain on the other. But it looks kind of modeled. Just a different way to do it. And this is my very small start. I went right for the teal house. We got to go right for the good stuff. Life is short. Get to the good stuff first. My grandmother's cooking was really bad, so my dad would say, life is short, eat dessert first. Because his mother might poison everybody. Oh, poor grandma. I'm not a good cook either, so we can all just laugh about it. Oh, I gotta put that pattern back in there. Okay. This is a kit that I'm disappointed in myself, but they do these classes at the Jingle Ball. It's like an online event, and they have classes, and you buy the stuff ahead of time, you stitch it up, and then you can take this online class. And I got so excited. I took too many classes, and I couldn't finish my homework in time, and I didn't even start this one. But I'm very excited about it. So this is by Tiny Modernist, and it's called it's called Gingerbread House. Gingerbread house. See, it's a 3-dimensional gingerbread house. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And so, yeah, you stitch it flat, and then I did watch the class, so if I remember how to do it, I'll be able to stitch it. But look at this perfect fabric. This is Mocha by Weeks Dye Works, and doesn't it look like gingerbread? Like, here's the pattern again. See? Gingerbread. So, maybe I can do it for next year's Jingle Ball. How many months are left in the year? Like 6? 6 months? 7 months? Okay. I don't know how I'm going to reach the ones up there. I'll have to stand up, I guess. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is by Marumi Designs, and she did this a few years ago. Oh, it even says October 2022. And she called this one Sepida, which is she's of Iranian descent, and she does a lot of stuff from her designs from Iranian, like past designs and culture. I have lost the ability to speak. Okay, so this is Sepida by Marumi Designs, and this is the original that she designed, one color, and she is a goddess of the winter solstice, which is the winter solstice is really important in my family because my mom loved that day because it's, as you know, it's the longest night of the year, and then the next day the days start getting longer, and my mom would always get excited and say, oh, it's all downhill from here. Because we hated those long winter nights. So I'm stitching this one with sulky thread again, and I colored in the front cover to kind of decide how I want to stitch. So I'm going to stitch in like gold and orange and stuff to kind of make it look like dawn or sunset, whichever you want it to be. So very excited. And I had big plans to work on it on every solstice, and I did not. I don't always follow my plans. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Gothic by Picture This Plus. And I think you'll enjoy my needle minders. Heat miser and cold miser. So there's my start on. I see she kind of glows out of the fabric. Isn't that cool? Yep. I really need to work on her some more. What do you mean speed it up? You're the one holding me hostage here. Okay. I mean, we're going to be here for a while, so we may as well be looking at cross-stitch stuff. All right, I don't know whether to call this a kit or a WIP, because my start is so sad. But this is actually a store-purchased kit by RTO, I think RTO Designs. It's called Snow Falling, and there's the title, Snow Falling, and then isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love the colors. So it comes with all the thread you need, and it looks all cool like that. And of course, it comes with the fabric. And since this is another full coverage piece, I'm just using the kit fabric. Don't laugh. Don't laugh when you see my start. This is all I've done so far. But I love it, and I want to have it stitched up. Okay, here's another piece. Oh, this is another kit. I really want to start this one. Oh, this is by Jeanette Douglas Designs. It's called Northwoods Sampler. And Jeanette Douglas is fancy for, we call them specialty stitches. So instead of just the X, it's like fancy schmancy stitches. And this is another band sampler with all different stitches. Oh, it's so pretty. I really want to stitch this. And then I even was lucky enough to get the embellishment pack, because these are very expensive to kit up because they take so much fancy stuff. But I got the embellishment pack, which has just as much thread as you need to do your kit. And then I think there's like little charms in there. There's like a moose and stuff. Oh, I want to start this so badly. And then what fabric did I pick for it? Oh, I picked 32 count heirloom Lugana. I think that's the name of the color. Oh, that's so pretty. You see how modeled that is? Oh, it's perfect. Yes. Maybe I should call out sick tomorrow and I can start that project. I'm feeling a little, yeah. Okay. Oh, this one is another terrible short start. This is by Little House Needleworks, and it's called Farmhouse Christmas. And they come in these, they're small, but there's a whole series of them. And so, of course, you can stitch them separately, but I want to stitch them all together in one big piece. Oh, I love these so much. And she gives you, the designer gives you, for free, you could go to her website and get the, like if you want to stitch them all together, there's a frame that she designed. So you can put a little border around the whole shebang. Look how cute. Oh, I just love this whole series. And then, aren't they cute? And then I think this one goes in the center. A little quilt. So I was going to stitch it on 30 count portobello linen, which is like a raw linen. Like, looks like a mushroom color. This is all I've done. Just barely started the border. Shame on me for not stitching this. Some of these tiny ones are ones I started during New Year's Eve one year. Stitchers, we do this thing called 12 by 12, and it started out being you do 12 starts, like one per hour on New Year's Eve, like 12 by 12. But you don't have to do 12 starts. You could just work on 12 projects. Or last year, I think I worked on one project for 12 hours. Whatever makes you. You could have 12 snacks while you stitch. Whatever you like. Keeps us off the streets, as we say, right? Gives us something to do. This is another kit. Something I've kitted up. This is by Teresa Kogut. 'Tis the Season. I really like a fat reindeer and a fat Santa. Oh, they're so cute. And I picked for this. This is a fabric flare piece of Ada that looks like, what's it called? Snow on Aqua. Look at that. So fabric flare is printed. I mean, it's really like, it literally comes out of a printer, I think. And they have so many varieties. It's cool. So I'm very excited to do that. And I pulled, instead of using the colors she suggested, you can just pull, I pulled what I wanted to do from my own, you know, whatever I had laying around. Because on a piece this small, you don't need a whole bunch of, you don't need to buy a bunch of stuff. That would be a very quick finish too, wouldn't it? If I was just started. Okay. Oh. Suddenly we're getting into a lot of things I've kitted up and not started. This is a hands-on design. This is another series. I forget what this series is called. But they're all like Arctic animal type ornaments. So this is Polar Bear Peak. And then, well, hello there. I love Kathy's sense of humor. This is Wally the Walrus. Puffin Party. And Penguin Pair. And then she had another piece that was a fundraiser to benefit the Special Olympics. And this is N is for Narwhal. So cute. And I got the called for fabric. Called for means the designer said, hey, it'll look good on this fabric. And so this is Fabrics by Stephanie. 32 count polar plunge. Is it? Yeah, polar plunge. Yeah. Pretty blue. Okay. Maybe we'll get to some WIPs eventually. What is this? Oh, this is another hands-on design. Kathy does these things called block parties, and they're giant pincushions, but they're like, I think it's called a mattress finish. This one's called Meow. See, it's in a block. And all around the sides are all these cute little cat things going on. And these come with, there's a piece of fabric on the top, like wool, and they come with the wool piece of stuff. So I kitted it all up. This is 28 count China Pearl Jobelan even weave fabric. And and then I didn't do anything with it. Oh, speaking of which, here's another one of those. This was a Jingle Ball exclusive from Kathy. This is Jingle Around the Block. See, it's another block party one. Oh, it's just so cute. There's the whole design that goes around the outside. And her kits are so great. And I did a lot. I stitched on this right in class, and look how much I did in just a couple hours. Super cute. Super cute. You can't go wrong. If you get into cross stitch and you find yourself with the option to get a kit from Kathy Haberman at Hands On Design, she does kits really good. They are awesome. I thought I could find the fabric type in here, but it's just white. It's probably 32 count, some kind of white linen. Oh, and it came with these little pins. It says ball because of the jingle ball. The jingle ball. Yeah. Stop being rude. Okay. That's cute. Does it say ball or bell? It says ball. Okay. Just checking. Just checking. Okay. All right. More things I've kitted up. This is a series by Cottage Garden Samplings, and they did a year in the woods And I only got a couple of them. This is the fox. And I bought all the threads. And I got the jackrabbit because look how cute he is. And then all the threads. It's a good thing I'm not filming a Flosstube because I would have forgotten to warn my friend Terry about the rabbit. And then I guess these are the fabrics I was going to do those on. This is a Fortnite Fabrics opalescent 28 count selfie no filter. It's the name. And this is Picture This Plus 36 count. I don't know. It doesn't say what color. Oh, Storm. This is called Storm for obvious reasons. Oh, there's another pattern in here. This is Lindy stitches. I Forget the Rest, which I think is what I got the Storm for. Isn't that the cutest? We were together. I forget the rest. I know. Isn't it the cutest? That poor, you can tell, the boy owl is like, oh God, she's kissing me again. Oh, so all three kits in one bag. Oh, I should be ashamed of myself. Well, you know, the economy could collapse at any minute, but I will have all the supplies I need to keep stitching for a very long time. Okay. Okay, this is, gosh, did I not start this one either? Oh my gosh. This is called Plum, this is by Plum Street Samplers, and it's called Live on Little. And a lot of people were stitching this a few years ago. I know there's a lot to it. It's big. Live on Little. And I like the sea animals at the bottom. Oh, I just love this piece so much. And I kitted it up with 36 count vintage country mocha, which is a really nice mottled fabric. 36 count. Oh, this is a cut in half. Yeah, but I haven't started it. I think we have a couple more kits. I'm ashamed of myself. Look at this, is ridiculous. Okay, this is by Satsuma Street, and this is called Oology because these are eggs. Oh, they're so pretty. Don't they look fun to stitch? If you were into cross stitch, you might decide to start stitching with it. So there's no fabric in here, but I got all the threads for it, and I put it in a bag, and then I did not start it. But I could at any moment. Oh, avalanche. Okay, we'll just pick those up later. I'll pick them up. You have chocolate on your fingers. Okay, this is by the Blue Flower. Oh, I was so excited for this one. I still am. This is by the Blue Flower, and it's called Moonlight Sampler. And Janine at the Blue Flower does lots of really good animals. Oh, do you need me to put it closer? Here you go. Okay. So they're like all nighttime animals. There's a Luna moth at the top. Look at the possums. Oh my goodness. And I thought it would be fun to stitch this on like a really dark fabric so that the thread like glowed like it was at nighttime. So I found, it took me forever to pick out just the right fabric. And by then I had been on to other things. This is 36 count Dawn by Picture This Plus. It's nice, isn't it? See? And then, let me show you the threads. Janine's really good with color. So these are, see? Some of these threads are just going to glow off of the fabric. And I know what you're thinking. Some of these dark threads might not show up. But see, what you got to do is just start stitching. And then if a color doesn't show up, you just switch it out. You find another color and switch it out. Or you can back stitch around it. Like some of the dark colors are going to be inside of light colors. So you don't have to worry about it. It'll still show. You can still see the picture. So I think we're safe. I think it'll be good. I have to get this back in the bag now. Oh dear. All right. Oh, I dropped something on the floor. Okay. All right. What fell these fell? Oh, a couple things fell. Whew. At least I started this one, even though it's a very small start. This is a designer called Crochet A Go Go. And this is called Primavera in Cita, which I think means spring in the city. See how it's a very big pattern and a very small picture. And I'm stitching this on. Oh, this is 40 count, and I was really struggling to see it because my eyes are terrible. This is 40 count raw linen by Zweigart, and I was doing 1 DMC thread over 2 threads. Oh, it's so pretty. And I think just because it's so small that I didn't want to work on it. But I really should try again because I have better glasses now. But it's just coming out so pretty. And that designer has done a bunch of patterns. Like there's every season in the city, and they're all equally as cute. Okay. And what else fell down here? Let's see what this is. Oh, I made this bag. This is Charlie Harper fabric. Huh? I love Charlie Harper. Okay. What's in here? Oh, more kits. These are patterns by Teresa Kogut. I'm in her Patreon, and this was, good Lord, this was from July of 2023. And these were all of the Patreon. So if you Patreon, you know what that is? It's like you can sponsor artists, and so you pay like a monthly amount. So, well, some of them are free. It depends. But if you want to get cool stuff, you pay like a monthly amount. It supports artists. And then they for cross-stitch, because there's lots of Patreons, but for cross-stitch, you get free cross-stitch patterns. And so Teresa Kogut is probably the most generous Patreon for cross-stitch, and you get a bunch of patterns every month, which makes it impossible to keep up with stitching them all. So this is there's different tiers. So tier 4, you get 3 patterns. Just go look on her Patreon, you'll see. And so this is, oh, he's so cute. So this is called Dancer's Friends. This is called Oh Christmas. Isn't that cute? And then they all go together so nicely. This is Dear Santa, and he's writing a little. Oh, he's not writing. I thought he was writing a list. It said Dear Santa. But he's holding some stitchy stuff, which, of course, is all we want for Christmas. And then she also does this. You can buy an ornament, a matching ornament every month. So this is the matching ornament. And I thought it would be fun to stitch them all on different shades of, maybe it's just 2 different fabrics. This is Ada. This one's not labeled. This is 16 count Misty Blue Ada. And this is something else. I don't know what it is. Let's see. 18 count Mystery Ada. I didn't know what it was back then either. But I thought they would look nice on this, if I can hold one up. So 16 count and 18 count, so I'll do them, you know, the big one on, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. I thought it would be fun. And then I didn't do it. Okay, I don't think anything else fell on the floor. What's in here? Oh, this is, so I'm using this bag. This is by a bag maker, WIP It Up. Which which I love. And I thought this would be my smalls bag because I did this huge pattern last year. It was a sal and it was called the Deadly Aquarium. And the designer gave a little freebie to go along with it of these cute little reef buddies. And I wanted to stitch that. So here's, I left the thread out from the Deadly Aquarium sal. And then what else do I have? Oh, and then I stitched this last year, the Christmas Tide sampler from Hands On Design. And see, she gave you enough to do this little ornament, which I haven't done yet. There's the... So they're all like little small things. Is that all? Maybe that's all that's in here for now. So every time I have like a little thing like that, I'm going to shove it in this bag. And maybe if I didn't have to go to work all the time and clean my house and stuff, I could work on these. Okay. It sounds crackly. What's in here? Oh, yes. Oh, dear. Why is there so much fabric in here? I guess I was trying to decide what to do with this. This is a giant piece that I have an ambitious idea for. This is by Leela's Studio with the needle too, and she's a big one. Oh, I'll just have to take it up. I know, it's very shiny. With the needle too. Oh boy. And if I get it closer, it's got this amazing border, and then the scene going across the top, and then some kind of poem, the kooky deer. Oh, I just love this piece. And so my idea was, I love this TV show called Monk, and it's a detective who has OCD, and so he's always like grossed out by people shaking his hand or like, you know, murder scenes and stuff. Anyway, it's a very feel-good, it's a great TV show. And there's this song, it's the theme song for it, called It's a Jungle Out There. It's great. Anyway, I love that show, and it comforted me through some hard times. And I thought instead of all these words and stuff, I'm going to chart up the lyrics to that song and stitch it. And actually what I did was I made a color copy of this pattern, and I cut it up because it cuts into these, you know, different, like you can cut this piece off, and so I made it so it's going to be tall and skinny instead of long waist, you know what I mean? So very ambitious goals. I did start charting the song, but I haven't gotten there yet. I make ambitious goals. Here's all the threads for it. It's a lot of threads. And then I guess I was deciding what fabric I might want to stitch it on. So I just threw them all in this bag, which I shouldn't do, because what if I want this? This is, oh yeah, this is Fortnite Fabrics. Can't get this anymore. Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, I do have big plans. Big plans. Okay. Alright, we'll just take these bolts down. Oh, did I make this bag? I have two of these bags. I made one and someone else made. I made this one. This fabric is sparkly. I was watching this Flosstuber. He doesn't Flosstube anymore. I know his name completely escapes me. But anyway, he had this fabric, and I immediately ran out and bought a couple yards of it because I love it. Oh, this is a good project too. This is Olga's Autumn Stocking by Plum Street Samplers. And up close, it looks like this in a stocking form. Ta-da! And I'm stitching it on tin roof linen, 36 count by Weeks Dye Works. Oh, this is coming out so good. I want it to be a darker fabric so that the white would show up. See, the whites really show up good on here. That's why it's good to sometimes use a darker fabric than is in the pattern. Oh, that one's very fun to stitch on too. Noah's the Flosstube. I used to love watching him. Okay, this is a kit. It's literally a kit by Mirabilia. Vintage Roses. And I thought that was so pretty. And they use DMC floss in their kits. Oh, look how pretty that picture is. You can almost smell the roses. You're right. It doesn't smell like roses in here. I'm sure you've noticed. Do you feel lightheaded? Yeah. Henry likes to sit up against the door and fart under the door. Yeah. So, well, you want it to be in here. So, anyway, this is it smells terrible. Yeah, it does. It smells terrible. This is the thread that comes with the kit. So I kitted it all up. Oh, and I switched out the fabric. This is raw linen. I don't know what count it is, but this is raw linen. I thought it would be pretty on that. Making a terrible mess. Uh-oh. This is where, oh, here, we'll just go for these. I'm just piling things up. Oh, this is fun I have to show you. There you go. Don't look yet. Here, I'll show you this one first. This is a big one. This is an unconventional cross-stitch pattern. Another full coverage. This is called Catfish Cthulhu. And the artist, the painter, is Natalie Ewart. I really need to start working on this one again. I love it. See, can you see the kitty cat? He's giving him a fish. Oh my god, that's just so cute. I wish I was skilled enough to change the cat to an orange cat, but I am not, so I will not change it. So this is stitched on, I think it's 25 count Easy Guide, which means, Easy Guide means, well, it's a brand, but see, they put the grid in the fabric for you to help you count. So that's my start. I lost that little board that I was hiding behind things. Okay. Does this help? That's my start. So that's 25 count, two DMC threads over one fabric thread with tent stitch, meaning I'm not crossing the X. So I think the coverage is coming out pretty good. But it's a big one. I don't know where to put this. I don't like using those giant scroll frames. Are great, except my arms are too short. I can't reach around it. So that's probably why I'm not stitching on that. I should just take it off of there and stitch it on something else. All right, I'm getting all mixed up here. Let's move this stuff around. Okay. One moment. Oh, this is something I started recently. This is the Peacock Keeper by Lindy Stitches, because I love peacocks. Well, I love cross-stitch peacocks. Let's put it that way. And I'm stitching along with this Flosstuber named Jen. She's at Jen's Fiber Arts. No, Jen's Fiber Web. These are the threads. And this is my very small start, which is, I did the little guy. And he's super cute. And the fabric is, oh gosh, Fabrics by Jim, I think. I don't have a project bag for this one, which means I don't have anything written down. It's a disaster. Okay. Oh, this is when I started a lot. This one is another peacock project in a peacock bag I made. and you'll see why in a minute. This is a peacock, a unicorn, a badger by the Scarlet letter. And everyone in the world is stitching this because it's an amazing piece. And some people, this is a full coverage piece, and some people are smarter than me and are not stitching the background. They're using fancy fabric to be the dark green, which means they don't have to stitch all that stuff. But I am not. I'm not that smart. Oh, here's some close-ups. Ooh. Oh, this pattern is incredible. Oh my gosh. So I started it on, I wanted to use a darker fabric so that the fabric wouldn't show through the threads. So it's some kind of raw linen. Do I have the count anywhere? Just give me a sec. I have too much stuff in my lap. Okay, I'm stitching it on 40 count raw linen, 2/2. Why am I doing that? Oh, 2/2 because now a lot of people stitch one thread over 2 on 40 count. But because it's like a tapestry, I wanted it to look really super thick. Although I might regret that as I go. Here's my tiny start. So I guess there's still time to fix it if I don't like it. 2/2 does seem excessive. I might rethink that. Okay. Oh, this is a WIP I've never shown on my Flosstube before because I couldn't find it for a very long time. And it's one of my very first ones. Well, my first one since getting back into cross stitch. This is a Dimensions Kit Moonlit Cabin. And it's stitched on a real, is it stitched on black, I think? Oh, it's stitched on like a navy fabric. So there it is. A lot of detail. And so I didn't get very far. Not super exciting, but there's Edgar Allan Poe. But it shouldn't take me long to finish. I mean, it's smallish, but it is very detailed. I have pulled some more WIPs down from the top shelf. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about this one. These are, is there a cover sheet? This is by Al Forest Embroidery, and they're a Russian designer, and they often will do these giant stitch-alongs and for free, like, so, but if you really want to be awesome, you buy their threads and fabric and stuff, well, the threads, because they hand dye threads. I can't find the cover sheet for this one. This one is Alice in Wonderland. And I guess I never printed a cover sheet for it. Now, if this was a Flosstube, I could actually put a picture right here, like above me. Like magic, yeah. And then you'd see it. Oh, so here's, I bought the thread pack. Yeah, they hand dye their threads. And they put them on these really pretty, this might be the other one. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I even wrote stuff down about it. Alice in Wonderland by Al Forest Embroidery. Grandma's Stuffing. 32 count. That's by Fortnite Fabrics. You can't get that anymore. 32 count. But I didn't actually start it yet. But it's going to be pretty. And I even got all these. I got all my Alice in Wonderland themed needle minders. Yep. And then, of course, because I love birds, you know I got the 100 Owls stitch along. I do have the picture for that. 100 Owls by Owl Forest Embroidery. This was free. And there's literally 100 different owls. And all the species. Like, she tells you what species and stuff. Oh my god. So cool. And I think I got... Oh, that's the thing I just had. Where's the other card? So these are the threads that I just shoved in a bag. Because I'm classy like that. But see, she gives them to you like this. I mean, these are so pretty. She gives them to you like this. Can you see? And these are obviously little thread, so you can twine them up on the thread drops. Oh, it's so cute. And then this one I did start on. It's a Fortnite Fabrics. They have the best fabric names. This is called It's About Time, like green, like thyme, the herb. Yeah. Well, I thought it was funny. This is 32 count. It's About Time. And I actually started this one. Oh my god, this piece of fabric is gigantic. Okay, here's my start. It's the big owl in the middle. Okay, it's not much of a start, I know. I know that. It's kind of green. Quite the trip down memory lane. Okay, what else is up here? This is a bag I got from this really cool floss tuber named Allison at Mrs. AZ Family Zoo, and she makes project bags and stuff to support this. She has an animal sanctuary at her house. Okay, this is another thing I kind of kidded. This is the Crossed Wing collection. It's called Chickadee. Chickadee. And 123 Stitch was selling these with the fabric that goes with it. See, there's the fabric. What does it say? Hand painted specialty fabrics. It doesn't say what counted it or anything. I don't know. It's some kind of fabric. It's pretty. And I stuck it in this bag here. Okay. This is another bag by Allison. Oh, here's the back of it if you like project bags the way I do. This is another Jingle Ball, I think from 2 years ago. Candy Cane Biscornu by the Blue Flower. And I'm pretty sure you can get this pattern now. But she did this cool biscornu that looks like candy canes, and I had a bunch of different silks that I won in a giveaway, and one of them was like a variegated silk by Threadworks. I don't know, there's a number on here. 01087. I don't know if that helps anything at all. But see, it looks like a candy cane. And then I had some of these. So I just picked colors that kind of worked. And the fabric I stitched it on was another Fortnite Fabrics, a 32 count Lugana. And I completely finished stitching it. I lost that thing again. I completely finished stitching it, and then I didn't finish putting the biscornu together. I literally just have to do that line around it to help you decide where to stitch it. Well, I guess I have to do the back. But that's the variegated thread right there that I just stitched like that, and it came out kind of cool, like a candy cane. It's on sparkly fabric. I'm not good at fully fit. Not that I can't do it, I just don't do it. I want to get to the more stitching. Oh, this is another bag by Mrs. AZ Family Zoo. As you can tell, I really liked her bags. And she even attached this cool jingly thing to the, whoops, turn around, to the zipper pull. Okay, this is, there's 4 seasonal patterns. This is by Stony Creek Collection. And this one is Summer in the Village. And then, of course, there's one for every season. And then it's a cute little row of houses. With like a little saying at the bottom. This one says, I can't read that. Summer is a lovely time of carefree play and sunny days. And I did start it. There's my tiny, tiny start. And stitched on 32 count cream Lugana by Witchelt. That's DMC threads. Because one day I would like to have some kind of seasonal stuff all stitched up, so then you change it every season so that I know what season it is, because I'm really bad at knowing that. But I haven't done any of them yet. This is a bag filled with thread because I kitted up another Lola Crow Sal, the Deadly Greenhouse. Is that what this is not what it's called? Yeah. No. I don't know. The greenhouse one. So I'm going to stitch that on Fox and Rabbit, Prehistoric. It's funny, I didn't think I had any Fox and Rabbit. That's very hard to get. They're in Australia, and so it's hard to get their fabric here. Plus, they're very popular, so people buy it all. And I didn't think I had any, but I had like at least 2 pieces of it. So anyway, again, if this was a floss tube, I could actually put a picture of it right here so that people could see what the greenhouse looks like. Okay. What's this one? Oh yeah. This is a modern folk embroidery pattern I got in a holiday countdown. They call them advent boxes. So you can order this advent box ahead of time. You don't know what's going to be in it usually. Well, sometimes you do. And you get, like, in this case, you get a pattern and all the threads and the fabric for it. And you open one thing a day. But this one came with an extra pattern, like a free other pattern, which I really liked. It's called Dream of a Winter Garden. And this is available now. For a while you couldn't buy it, but now you can buy it from Modern Folk Embroidery. And it's so pretty. So I started that on the fabric they gave me for the other thing. Which I will tell you what it is in just a minute. So this is fabric by Roxy Floss Co. or Ebertote. Pantone 32 count linen. And this is my very small start because I really liked that tree. And they gave me that needle minder and stuff. And so this is all on Roxy Floss. Ah, pretty. Yes. That's another pretty small one I could probably finish. Famous last words. Put that away. terrible mess. Okay, what's in here? Oh, this is a recent one. I started not too long ago. Okay, this is another Heaven and Earth Designs. I wanted a, quote, small one. This one is only 237 stitches wide by 516 stitches high. And this is called North American Wildlife. Artwork by Raul Del Rio. It's cool, isn't it? You want to see it bigger? I printed it bigger. How cool is that? With all the animals and stuff. I just thought that would be really fun to stitch. And it goes all the way down to the water. And with these big ones, I do like to put all the thread in a box like this. I wind it up on bobbins. And then, of course, you have to put stickers on the box so that you know what's in it, what pattern it's for. And this is my start. And this is 28 count easy guide, 2 floss threads over 1 fabric thread. And I think the cool thing is the further away you are, the more clearer it looks, which is kind of interesting. See, if I put it right up against your face, but if you pull back, you can see that it's ducks. Isn't that cool? Love it. I love this piece. And now I think you can understand another cross-stitch term called sable. Stash acquired beyond life expectancy. That's what we call it, sable. Okay, but I'm not going to die bored. Oh, this is a fun one. I don't know where the pattern is. This is called Pigeon in a Puddle, and it's by the Blue Flower. Oh, I know where the picture is. It's right here. Pigeon and Puddle by the Blue Flower. And I just started this very recently. But I couldn't decide. Isn't that cute? He's got little boots on, little wellies. And I couldn't decide which fabric to stitch it on. And I really couldn't decide. So I'm stitching it twice. I know I don't have a lot of time and I have a lot of projects, but I'm stitching this twice. It's a small piece, okay? Oh, and these are still in the... Sorry, they're still in the hoop. But this is the first one on like a maroon type kind of fabric there. Ooh, you can kind of see. So I'm working on the puddle. And then this is a charcoal. That one was 36 count. And this one is 32 count. So it's a little... The design's coming out a little bigger. It's like a charcoal color. So on this one, I'm going to make his wellies in red. Unless I forget. Because I might forget. I just stitched it. It's coming out very fun. Put these back. Another one of those folder deals by Tiger Lily Designs. Very cute. Okay. Haha! This is a good one. Being a criminal yourself, you might enjoy this. This is called Hippity Hop by Needlework Press. And it's a slightly older... It looks very old, but it's actually not that old. It's from the early 2000s, I think. It says it on here somewhere. 2014. It's from the mid... I don't know. It's from 2014. But I thought he looked a little frightening, which I loved. You want to see something even scarier if I show you here's the back of it. This is what the pattern is based on, like a card somebody got for Easter. And then they have different options for ways they stitched it, like with a detailed egg. Oh, and in the front they put some kind of thing with texture on it, on the egg. Yeah, just hideous. So I decided I'm going to stitch this one twice too. Okay, don't judge me. But my followers gave me some amazing ideas, and some friends of mine, about things I could do to him. So the next version is going to be stitched on a very dark fabric, and he's going to have leather and spikes and stuff. But this version, he is a night janitor at a meat processing plant, and he's a heavy smoker. So I'm going to give him a cigarette. So it's going to be fun if I continue to finish him. I just love his angry face. He's going to get a giant red bead for his eye. And this is 32 count Kermit fabric. So there's my angry bunny. Let's see, we still have quite a few bins here to go. Let's see, let's look at what's up here. What's this? This is one of my earlier starts from when I got back into cross stitch. This is called Dalek, and it's by Volpix. Volpix. It's a designer on Etsy. They're not there anymore, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. I think they might have had some copywriting issues. But this is from that TV show, Doctor Who. And Daleks are very evil, which makes me love them, because they hate everything. They're just filled with hate, and I love that. It's so cute. Okay, this is another full coverage, and I started this on like just a white Aida. This was back in the... if it's on full coverage, you can't see the fabric anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. So this is how far I got. I think it's 16 count Aida. It's coming out really good though. I really like that piece. And for some unknown reason, it's in this pink flamingo bag. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I've got all these random patterns here. This is another kit I started by Mirabilia. Oh, I want to work on this again. This is called Summer Afternoon. And I love this kit so much. A little kitty cat in the window. Looks like a cat I used to have. And I think I'm using the kit everything, because it's full coverage anyway. I keep putting that thing there. Okay. And the kit fabric is actually like a light blue Aida. I don't know if it says what. I think it's probably 16 count. So that's how far I got. So I got down into the flowers. It's been really fun to stitch. Mirabilia kits are really nice kits. And they have DMC threads, so you don't have to worry about your thread colors running if someone with chocolate on their fingers touches your stuff and you have to wash it. Oh, this is another thing I kitted up and didn't start, but I love it. This is by Flossy Fox Shop on Etsy, and this is called Summertime Magic. And I bought it because the dragon colored like a koi was the cutest thing ever. And who doesn't love a pink whale? So, oh, I even put it in a... Oh, no, I didn't. I just got this thing ready. Okay, so I'm doing it on... Ooh. This is 25 count navy Lugana. See, I'll do it on navy fabric. Going to be very pretty. If I ever stitch it. Sorry, struggling to get it back in the bag. Okay. What's in here? Oh yes, another kit. This is a Riolis kit called Ginger Observer. Oh, he's so adorable. Yes, I have a thing for orange cats. Okay. And I love the detail. See how they gave the effect of looking through the water. I think that's so cool. I have a very small start on this one, and it's all the kit everything. And this thread is Realist kits a lot of the thread. It's more like yarn than thread, but we still call it thread. So that's the bookshelves in the top left corner, because that's always where I start. Oh, and I got to his ear. That's the cat's ear right there. Ah. Super cute. Okay. Oh boy. I'm going to start running out of space really fast. Oh, this is one I started a while ago. This is another Teresa Kogut. It's called Remember Me. And she did this in memory of her dad, who loved to garden. And my mom loved to garden as well. And so I'm doing this in memory of her. And I'm changing all the colors. If I can get it out of here, I'll tell you all about it. I made this bag. See, I'm getting better at making bags. Still not that great. It still takes me all day to make one bag. And I made a little matching smaller bag to put all the threads in. And, oh, I'm adding some things to it, too. I forgot about that. Okay, so the fabric is 40 count Newcastle in the color Aqua. Oh, wow. 2/2 threads in DMC. And I'm kind of picking the colors as I go. And I'm adding some other things to it as I go. Hopefully that works. I should probably take it out of the Q-snip. So here's what I did so far. It's coming out really pretty. So on some of the flowers, I'm trying to make them look like flowers she grew. Like this here reminds me of a purple coneflower. So I'm trying to make it kind of look like that. And in some I'm just doing what feels fun. And then Mom loved praying mantises. And so I tried to design one. But designing is really hard. So I don't know if I did a good job or not. But I think he's cute. So that's been really pleasant to work on. I should pull that back out. I say that all the time. I should keep working on that. I'm running out of place to put these. Oh boy. Oh, this is a stitch along I completely forgot about that I have not been participating in. There's this really awesome floss tuber named Annie, and she's at XO Needle in the Hay XO. She also does really good Instagram posts. She's really good with the camera. She started this stitch along. It's a Kathy Barrick stocking, Quaker Christmas stocking. There's two versions. You can do the sampler or the stocking. So I'm doing the stocking because I was just charmed by the stocking. And I like my favorite part is that swan in the middle. And she cut it up so that she would, like, you do little pieces at a time. Like every month, or I think it's every 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, I didn't get very far at all. So I kept up for exactly maybe 2 parts, and then I forgot about it. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm the worst. But I did a little bit, and I'm doing it really tiny. What am I stitching this on? I'm evidently doing it on silk. This is Old Gold Lugana 1/1. This 32 count 1/1 with silk. I think it's like random silks from my stash. It came out really tiny, teeny. So it's really pretty and it's very fun. Gotta jam all these back in there. Oh, look, I made this little, we call this thread bling, and it's like a little hangy-do you put on your, and these are my two bulldogs. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. This one is by a designer called Night Spirit Studio. And it's called Guillotine. And I've actually finished stitching it, but I have to put beads on it. So it's a guillotine with, it's gonna have red flowers around the border, and then this red stuff on the guillotine working bits. This is a previously enjoyed guillotine that I'm stitching. So I have the beads. I just have to put beads on it. I started, the beads that are on it now are too big, so I'm going to switch them up. Oh, I didn't tell you anything about the, because I know you're dying to know about the fabric. I thought I wrote it down. There is nothing useful in here about what the fabric is. Well, it's an Ada. I can tell you that much. Oh, it's fabric dyed by, there it is. It's 18 count. It's called Gray Expectations. And it's by Stitchman Darcy, who is a fabric dyer in Canada. And also a Flosstuber. Yes, men stitch and dye fabric. Yes, they do. Lots of them do. Okay. This is Carriage House Samplings, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I don't seem to have the picture. And I've stitched it on 40 count Caramel Macchiato by Fiber on a Whim. And I'm using DMC, and it's 1 DMC thread over 2 fabric threads, except on the borders I'm using 2 threads, I think, to make the borders look thicker. So I didn't get very far, as usual. But I did start it twice. No, I'm not stitching the whole thing twice. But I didn't like the fabric I had at first, so I started again on this fabric because I like it better. It's a very cool Halloween piece. If only you could see what the finished piece would look like. Oh, yes! This is from an Etsy shop called Witchy Woman Cross Stitch. And this design is called 90s Sleepover. Are you old enough to remember the 90s? This looks just like my friend and I in high school going to her house and watching TV, but she had a VCR with the remote control had a cord. And the cord wasn't long enough to get to the couch, so we sat on the floor to watch movies. I love this pattern so much, and it's one of those, it's a mostly full coverage, so the pink is not stitched. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I'm using the fabric to be the background. So I started in the middle on like the couch right between the 2 girls. So here's my small start. And do you like my needle minder with the cool S? We used to draw those all the time in school. So technically, even though the pattern is 90s sleepover, for me it's 80s sleepover. But I'm not that old, and that's not retro. That was only like 20 years ago, okay? Okay. Uh-oh, I hear thunder outside. Okay, this is by Boomerang Stitches. This pattern is Bird Nerd. And I believe this might be a free pattern. In which case you should go to her Instagram if you want this pattern. Bird Nerd. I am stitching this on 32 count Cat's Eye by Fortnite Fabrics. Ooh. I might not need this. Oh my gosh, I'm almost finished with it. This is ridiculous. Why didn't I just finish it? This is how far I got. I got 3 out of 4 birds done. And I think they're adorable. Each one is cuter than the last. I love his tail. Oh my gosh, so cute. And it's probably hard to see because it's dark outside now. But it's an opalescent sparkly fabric. Yes, I have 3 needle minders. That's what these are. They're like, to hold your needle. They're magnetic. But I also like them to match. So sometimes I have a lot of them. Okay. Let's see. What's in here? Oh yes. I'll show that in a minute. Okay. So this is, it's a good thing this isn't a floss tube because sometimes my husband watches these, my floss tubes, and this is a surprise present that I was going to give him last Christmas. Well, I'm a very slow stitcher, okay? So I haven't even shown this on my floss tube before because it's a total surprise. And it's by Night Spirit Studio. It's called, and you know, my husband shows up. Don't tell him I'm stitching something for him. It's called, what's the name? A 17th Century Death Notice. So it's, if you've ever heard of the term memento mori, meaning remember death, like remember we all die, so live your life properly, or don't waste it. Don't take people hostage. So this is my start on it. If this was a floss tube, I could show what it's gonna look like here. I got very excited because my husband loves the memento mori idea and theme. He loves stuff with that on there. And then this piece showed up. So I have a small start. This is on malachite. It's 20 count Ada. So I'm stitching over 1 with probably 2 threads of DMC. So I'm just in the corner there. It's going to be, if I keep working on it now, maybe I'll be done in like 5 Christmases for him. So don't tell him about it. It's a secret. Okay. Alright. I forgot all about that one. It's terrible. Oh, this is a kit. God, I'm the worst. Okay, I went to this awesome store in Denver called a sewing... no, what's it called? I went to the store in Denver called... I can't remember the name of the store. But I saw this stitched up on the wall. It's called Stitching Shop. StitchingShop.com. I knew that. Okay. It's by Blackberry Lane Designs, and it's called Witch's Night Out. And they had a model hanging on the walls of the store. And I basically said, I want that. And they were kind enough. They kitted it up for me, so they got me all the stuff I need. You have to look closer. Look how cool this pattern is. And so you just stitch the black parts, and of course the fabric is the background. The cat at the bottom. And then I think they give you extra little patterns, but I think these are all still in the one long skinny pattern. And so they actually gave me this is the top and bottom, like the hangers for it. Isn't that cute? Like wooden hanger thing. And it's stitched on, one of my favorite fabrics is called Kermit by Picture This Plus. I've stitched some other stuff on Kermit. And this one is sparkly. They make a sparkly opalescent Kermit. And there's the name of stitching shop in Denver. That's their stuff. And oh, there's little beads in it. Do you want to see the beads? You can see the beads. Oh, can you see them? Look how cute. But it's stitched over 1 on 28 count. So it's basically like stitching on 56 count. It's very small. It's going to be very small. But it's so cute, and I want to stitch it. I bought that over a year ago. I'm ashamed. Okay, what's this? Oh, here's another Halloween-themed pattern. This is by Counting Puddles. It's called Brew Crew. I love it. And I love how she uses backstitch to make detail. I love the steam coming out of the cauldron. That's my favorite part. So cool. And so I'm using silks. And again, I think, oh, I got this free, I don't know, I bought something from someone, and they gave me like from Bestitch Me, and she gave me a sample pack of her silks, and magically they were pretty much perfect colors for this. So I just, and then I had a few other colors of my own. Yeah, sometimes you get free stuff. It was very nice of her to send that. And then, let's see, here's my start. And then, so I'm stitching it on. The fabric is a Bestitch Me. It's called Twinkle 32 count. And that's my start. I started right in on the steam coming out of the cauldron. And there's my scaredy cat needle minder, because that's my favorite thing, is that the old-fashioned scaredy cat. I love it so much. Every time I see one, I buy it. So that fabric is perfect for it. Oh, I love how it fades from like purple to pink. So cool. What's in this one? Oh yeah, this is a kit by Riolis. It's called Marigolds, and there it is up close. And Riolis thread is, that's the one that's like yarn, so the threads are like, it's like a really thin yarn. What it looks like. So it gives a lot of texture. So I'm stitching this on 18 count blue Ada. And it's from Fortnite Fabrics. They used to have these auctions, and so I got it as an auction piece. So I switched out the fabric. Yeah, you get fabric in the kit, but sometimes I don't want that fabric. I want a fancy fabric. So that's where I am. Detail in them is really cool. Oh, I love it. I love the way marigolds smell. Oh, they smell so good. Okay. Some more stuff in here. Oh, yes. And this is by Brenda Gervais, Winter Rose Manor. And this is another one that took me so long to kit up that then I didn't stitch much on it. So I love the pink house because it looks like it's made out of frosting. And I love the green fabric. And I became obsessed with getting the perfect green fabric. And interestingly, with hand-dyed threads, because they're hand-dyed, sometimes the dye lots change. And so now that pink house, if you buy the threads she tells you to get in the pattern, it's more of a coral than a pink. And it's really hard to get the right color online, so I just had to buy every pink thread I could find. And then I couldn't pick. So I picked Classic Colorworks Pink Quartz and Little Pink Peony. Oh, and I don't think I ever noticed this. The pink quartz is a silk thread, and the little pink peony is a cotton thread. But I couldn't decide between those two. I'm not sure if they're showing up. I lost that thing again. It's gone forever. But I'll put it up behind here. See, I couldn't pick between these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one shade on the side of the house and the other shade on the front of the house to give it some depth. That's my plan. And then here is, I'll tell you the fabric in a minute. That's my start. And then once I started, I realized the called for thread for this green wasn't dark enough for this fabric. So I had to order something else for that. And the fabric is 36 count agave Edinburgh linen. Oh, and I got these perfect needle binders. Aren't they cute? Oh, July is coming up. Maybe I'll do Christmas in July and stitch all these. Okay. There's one more thing. Oh, there's two more things in here. Okay, what's this one? Oh, yes. Okay, this is a 2-year stitch along by Teresa Kogut called Hometown. I don't even think I've printed out the most recent one, but this is, so you get, this is the whole town, and it's blurred out until you get, you know, one a month. So this is, I think they're almost finished it. I have not kept up with it. That will surprise no one. I'm stitching this on a darker fabric, 40 count Arboreal by Cedar River linen, and I'm stitching 1/2. No, it's not like I've gone anywhere. Where's the little thing I was using? Okay, just put it on this. So I like that it's darker. It just looks like it's darker. I don't know what to say, but I like that it's a darker fabric. There's my, oops. There's my top. Good God. Okay. Chaos. There's my top. And I have to redo the sheep. I'm doing the sheep in Whisper thread. This isn't any good. You can't see that. Whisper thread is like fuzzy. It's fuzzy like that. And you can poof it up and comb it. And I also got, I finally found, I got a black one. Well, that's not Whisper, that's alpaca. And then, I thought I had a brown. Oh, yeah, I do. Here's a brown one. So all the sheep are going to get colors. So anyway, the sheep got smushed. I have to re-stitch them and probably poof them up. You can use like a brand new toothbrush or something if you... Oh, I can't see anything. Okay. How's that look? There it is. I need to catch up. This is something I kitted up and never started. I got, I think it was last year, Autumn Lane Stitchery did a surprise mermaid box. And this was the main pattern in that box. I know, she's beautiful, isn't she? Does that make you want to stitch? And she's got beads and stuff. Oh, she's so pretty. It came with a bunch of patterns, and they're all really awesome. And the fabric for it is called, it's by Picture This Plus, it's called Crystal Splash, and that came in the kit. These are the threads that came in the kit. And this is the fabric that's gorgeous. And see, there's no stitching on it because I haven't started it. But I did get this needle minder and this Santa in the pool needle minder. I'm all ready to go. Ridiculous. Okay, we're getting closer to the end. This is what I use to cover my... I use a shower cap to cover my giant magnifier. In case you're wondering why I just picked up a shower cap. Okay, this is something... I didn't realize how many things I stitched twice. Okay, this is called Quincy the Cat and Scoot by Miss Prim. And the reason I'm stitching it twice is because I stitched it once and loved it, and then I wanted to do it again looking like my cat. So, I stitched the original colors first on Mr. Kitty, and I love him so much. This is stitched on 32 count something, some kind of Lugana with the called for threads. And I thought it looked just like a doorstop my mom had that was a cat sitting just like this. And I thought it would be fun, obviously not a doorstop because no one's kicking this, but I thought it would be fun to make it as a bookend. And I wanted to stitch my orange cat, Doogie. I had this orange cat. He was the best cat in the world. So I'm changing the color, but stitching the same thing, like my cat Doogie. And I haven't filled his face in yet. I know his face looks weird right now, but I'm saving the best for last. So here's the threads. So I will fill his face in eventually, but that's why I never realized how many things I stitched twice. And the colors are Marmalade by Classic Colorworks and Lobster Claw, Marmalade, Pumpkin Harvest, and Bamboo is the white. Oh, I just love him so much. Put that back in there. Oh yeah, there's still more. Don't worry, there's still more. What's in this bag? Oh yeah. Ah, this was another stitch along called Monster House by Satsuma Street. And lots of folks did this one. And it's a Halloween haunted house kind of deal. I know, isn't it cool? So much fun. And I love the moon at the top. But here it is. Oh, it's still in the Q-snap. Oh, do you want me to take it out? I'll take it out. For you, my unexpected guest, I will take it out of the Q-snap. But yeah, you have to wait for me to take it out of the Q-snap now. You showed up unexpectedly, so I didn't know I was going to have to do this. Okay. Here we go. Oh, look how cool that is. Oh, I love it. And look how cute. Oh my goodness. I love the wolf man. And I love the tentacle guy. Just the coolest. I made the lantern blue for some reason, but I don't remember why. But now I have to remember to do it the same on the other lantern. I had a good reason. I promise. Okay, stuff's just gonna fall everywhere. That's fine. Okay. Oh, well, we've uncovered this giant box here. I want to see what's in this giant... Oh, you can't. I'll show it. This is a project bag for one project. Okay. This is Heaven and Earth Designs called The Kitschy Kitchen Shelf by Amy Stewart. Supersize max colors, which means it's the most possible detail you can get. And it's all these old-fashioned, now you can say old-fashioned, this is like from the 40s and 50s. These ceramic, I love these. I have a couple of these kind of ceramic planter deals, and I love them. They're my favorite thing. And then the teal or blue refrigerator, oh my gosh. Oh, I love this so much. And it's going to take 300 years to stitch it because... How many colors does it have? You want to know how big it is? It's 999 stitches wide by 737 stitches high. I think that's like 700,000 stitches. And it's 239 colors. So these are the threads are in 3 boxes. This is not all the threads, it's just all the colors because some threads have multiples. And so I didn't have, they're in order by DMC number. And I don't have any number stickers. But I needed to know, like, box 1 has colors, you know, whatever, through 600, or, you know, and box 2 has, so I can find them. So I got these strawberry stickers. I'm using the strawberry numbering system. So this is box 1, and this is box 3. It makes perfect sense. And then this is box 2. Oh my gosh. Oh. I really need to meet a vampire so he could bite me and make me immortal. Okay. This is 28 count Easy Guide fabric. I want to see all the incredible progress. I showed this on my very first Flosstube last July and never touched this again. Ooh, and look, it's not the best. The border, because this is like a picture frame, that is much neater than this. This is like one of those jello molds. In the 1950s, people liked to put food in jello. It was disgusting. And so that's what that's a picture of, like a recipe card with jello. But it's kind of not very flat, is it? Well, I'm still learning. You like all these threads? Does that give you anxiety? This is a stitching technique called the parking method. So when you're done with a thread color, you pull it out where it's going to go next, and you leave it there. So it's parked. It looks like chaos, but it actually works. I really want that finished and on my wall, but maybe I should just buy the poster of it. Should I just buy the poster so I can have it? Oh. Well, I know you would just buy the poster because you don't like to cross stitch. You don't understand. Okay. All right. I think we just have one more bin to go through. Oh boy. Okay, let's look at some more stuff here. This is by the Artsy Housewife. This is Beach Rat. I love a good seagull pattern. Oh, look at his feet. Love this pattern. And I'm stitching this on some kind of raw linen, 36 count raw linen by Edinburgh. And, okay, I didn't get very far. But that's how far I've got. I love how the leaves are all different colors. It's a very fun stitch. In fact, I might get this out next. That is Beach Rat. What's this one? Oh! This is something I kitted up and I'm going to start. Oh, I can start it today! I'm supposed to start this in June and today is June 1st. I just realized. This is by Teresa Kogut. This was a Patreon pattern from April of this year, 2025. And it's called Moonlight. And oh gosh, I love that kind of moon. Love it, love it, love it. It's just so cool. And so I got excited and kitted it up right away with these. I don't, they're just jammed in the bag here. This silk from my stash, and then this is a Bee Stitch Me fabric called Coconut Shell. And I think like this will be the moon. I think it's really going to look good. And then the blues. Other people do more classy floss tosses, but I'm not classy. So, oh, I can start. I was waiting to start that because today starts cross stitch camp. There's a shop in Fort Collins called Colorado Cross Stitcher. And Sherry does something called cross stitch camp every year. And it's just for fun, but she gives you a challenge for June, July, and August. And in June, it's if you're a night owl, you stitch something with night stuff on like a moon. And if you're an early riser, you stitch daytime stuff like a sun or flowers or whatever. So I'm going to start that in June. Very excited. All right, this is... Oh, I need the thing. This is from a magazine. It's called Quail Family, and it's the designer was not listed in the magazine. It's from an old magazine from 1989, which was only 20 years ago. It's from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, the January-February 1989 issue. And here's the page. And so it's two quails and their eggs. And I'm stitching this on 30 count kudzu by Weeks Dye Works with just DMC threads. And that's what it looks like for now. That's his butt and his legs and the grass behind. And so once it will require quite a bit of backstitch to make it look like that. This is a companion to the Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow I showed you earlier. This is The Shores of Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And this has a poem on it, and so does Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm going to change the words on this to be the second half of the poem from Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm stitching this on some kind of fabric. I'm stitching it on Fiber on a Whim's Caramel Macchiato 40 count with DMC threads. Oh boy, it's falling. Okay. And there is Yar Pirate. So I'm stitching them both on the same fabric. And I'll hang them up together if I ever finish them. We are to my last WIP, which is The Extraordinary Bird Stitch Along by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. And this is what it's up to so far. It's a mystery, so all the birds are not filled in yet, but we have a few birds. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm stitching mine on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Sandbar by Stitch Me. Oh boy, this is going to be hard to show you all at once because it is big and I am short. I finally finished the frame and I'm just working on the first. I'm behind, but everyone is behind, so it's okay. It's okay to be behind. But this is how it's looking so far. And I'm going to stitch all the birds over one until I get sick of it and don't want to do it anymore. Over one. Oh, that means instead of like all these X's are stitched over 2 fabric threads, but these are stitched over one to give it more detail. It's a lot more work, but it looks cool. And I'll show you. I'll show you the owl up close. There's the owl up close. So instead of one X, each X is made up of 4 little tiny things. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. And this is the parrot up over one. Cute, huh? So that's all what was in all those bags. Oh, what? Wait, where are you going? You're leaving? What? You give up? But I have all those patterns over there I was going to show you. And then I have some more kits. What? Okay, well, good luck. Good luck being on the lam. I wonder if they'll start cross-stitching. Hopefully I've convinced them. We'll see.